So this is homework homework number 4 from section 7.5. We want to find the Laplace transform of the function f of t. So f of t is a piecewise function. It is 4 if t is between 0 and 3, and it is 0 if t is greater than 3. So you have to pay attention to this number 3 here. You're going to meet that number. And the way you find the Laplace transform for this problem, first you start with this number. Whatever that is, you write it. You say then plus. What happens is you're going to have a ut minus this number, which is 3, and then something goes in here. What goes in here goes like this. You say, I want to get a 0. So you want to get a 0, and you already had a 4. Then you say, what do I add to 4? What do I add to this 4 to give me 0? So you solve for it. You subtract 4 from both sides. You get x is -4. So the answer is -4. So now we are going to use the table to find f of s. So to find f of s, we are going to let me see what happened. Okay, we want to find f of s, and the way you find f of s is you have to use the table when you have just the number. So then the inverse of 4 is going to be 4 over s, and then ut minus 3 is going to give you, we have a plus sign, e to the power -3s, and -4 is going to be -4 over s again. So if I write this neatly, I get 4 over s. Positive times negative is negative. -4 e to the power -3s over s. And that is your answer. Let's do the next problem. So question number 2, or question number 5 rather, we are given that f of t is equal to sine of 6t, and t is going from 0 to 2 pi, and it is 0 for t's that is greater than 2 pi. So we have a sine function. Because of that 6t, we are going to have a lot of these like that. And then at some point after 2 pi, let's say from 2 pi, I may not have this graph accurate, but you get the periodic function. After 2 pi, it becomes 0. So we want to find the Laplace transform for this. The way, again, you start with sine of 6t. Let me just go this way. I think it's easier. So you start with sine of 6t first. You put a plus sign. You put ut minus 2 pi because of the 2 pi. Then you are going to say, what do I put here? So that I get, again, 0. So you want to get 0. You are at sine of 6t. You want to know what to add it to give you 0. So again, the answer to this one is also negative sine of 6t. If you subtract sine of 6t from both sides, you get x instead. So now we are going to use the table to find the Laplace transform of sine of 6t. which is equal to 6 over s to the power 2 plus 36. And we have plus sign, we have u t minus 2 pi, that gives us e to the power negative 2 pi s. Negative sine of 60 is negative 6 over s to the power 2 plus 36. So again, this negative and positive get multiplied, and it turns, the plus sign turns into a subtraction. Or you could factor the greatest common factor, which is 6s squared plus 6 plus 36. And if I factor that on the numerator, I get 1 minus e minus 2 pi s. Like that. I can write it like that. And that is our f of s. So let's go over another one. Question number 6. We have the following. We have f of t is equal to t if t is less than 3. We have 12 minus 3t. If t is between 3 and 4. And then we have 0 if t is greater than 4. So we want to find the Laplace transform of f of t. So let's look at the graph again. For 0, 2, 1, 2, and 3, for all these, we have t, so we just have the identity function. That's 1, 2, and 3. We go like that. Then from 3 to 4, if I substitute 3 here, I get 3 again. It goes down this way. And this is 4. And after 4, it goes back to 0. So we have a t here. Then we have 12 minus 3t here and 0. So again, first write your step function. You write t plus. Then you write u t minus 3. That's where I get the 3 from. Then I ask the question. I want to get 12 minus 3t. I already have a 3. I have to add t to what to get 12 minus 3t. So if I subtract the t from both sides, I get 12 minus 4t. That is the function you put here. And you put a plus sign. Then for the next one, we have ut minus 4. We want to get 0. We want to add 12 minus 3t to what to give us 0. So that's what you're solving for. So we subtract 12, we add 3t to both sides. So we get negative 12 plus 3t. This is the easiest way to find these. There are other methods, but I think this is the easiest way. So let's clean this up a little bit, because remember, you want this and this match, and you want this and this match too. So I'm going to factor a 4 from these two. If I factor a 4, Rather, I have to factor in -4 because I want to have a t minus 3. So I'm going to factor in -4. That gives me t plus 3, right? And I'm going to put that -4 over here. So I have a t minus 4, ut minus 3, t, that is a negative, right? Because when we factor in negative from -4 times -3 gives us positive. T minus 3. From these two, I'm going to factor just 3. So I get t minus 4. So I'm going to pull the 3 here. And now I'm ready to write it as, it is ready to find f of s. So f of s is equal to, t is 1 over s minus, for this one I get -4. I have a t minus 3, so I have a 4t, and 4t gives you -s to the power 2. And then because of t minus 3, we get -3s. And then I have a plus sign, 3 here. And again, I have a t, and t gives me s to the power 2. And then I have a e to the power minus 4s. And that is our answer.